All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. We are in the P-38 Lightning, the debut of the twin-tailed World War II aircraft here on the channel. We're going to be flying from Naval Air Station Fallon, going up to Klamath Falls, Crater Lake up here. But we're going to take a slight detour. We're going to head over Lake Almanor. My folks are roughly vacationing right along here. So we are going to do a flyover on our way to Crater Lake, Klamath Falls. So we will wait a few minutes, see who pops in, and then we will get the aircraft. We'll get in, get everything started up, and we will be on our way. I'm going to continue to have my coffee here for just a moment. Hello, Mr. Addies. All right. Just try to get things situated a little bit better so I can see everything. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm fine, Joseph. How are you? All right, so let's get that out the way. Let's get that closed. Actually, we can leave that open. We will roll the windows up. We'll keep the, I think we might have to close it though to get things started. All right, let's get our tanks set up. Oh, good. Nice, Joseph. Congratulations. Cracker. All right. Battery on. Go ahead and put that on. Close those. Let's go ahead and zoom in here just a bit. All right. Now we want to prime the left one. Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. There's the left engine. Now the right. Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Hey, we got them both started on the first try. Oops. we are all set. Let's just have a look out here before we go. Now, a couple things. One, our pilot is not a World War II pilot like we would normally see in the Spitfire. I'm sure that's something they're going to work on. Now, one of the things I thought I'd look up in case somebody asked, what are the black and white stripes for on the aircraft? And we've seen them on the Spitfire as well. These are called invasion markings. So in the lead up to the invasion of Normandy, Allied aircraft, all Allied aircraft were painted with these markings to identify them versus the Luftwaffe fighters. So this was a way to identify friendly aircraft so that they would be less likely to be shot down by other friendly forces. So, but this is our plane for today. Let's go ahead and get a closer look before we take off. We have an airline pilot flying, but this is nicknamed California Cutie, so it's fitting that we are flying here in California today. That's our plane. And then you'd have the machine guns would be here in the front. It could hold bombs and other munitions. So, alright, let's get in here and get ready to go. We'll ask for clearance to fly out of here. We want to go, let's see, 282, that is a west departure. Morning, Pithers. And away we go. Now we cannot, unlike the Spitfire, when we are on approach, we cannot open the flight, open up the top of the cockpit there like it is right now until we're on the ground and slower. If I open this during flight, the window will be ripped off. That little, so we have to make sure we lock that before we go. Just to make sure. I'm good, Pitters. Glad to see you here. Hello, Daniel, over on the Posh channel. Nice to see you there as well. Now, if I remember correctly, these are the superchargers are at the top of the engines there, one on each side. I think those are superchargers, or yeah. Yeah, just we've had rain. We're supposed to get more, it seems like, here over the next few days. I keep getting warnings saying we've got warnings for area flooding and all that, so yeah, fun times. Blue skies and some sun for now. Nice. Okay. Sounds good. I'll catch you later, Pithers. Thanks for stopping by. So, Mr. Addies, are you ready for some F1 racing today? Alright, Daniel. We'll be here. Why can't I get this to reset? Oh, come on. Okay, that's not gonna work. Oh, we gotta get this. Okay, well that is a problem. wouldn't it let me? Well, alright. Alright, good, Joseph. I wonder if I can pull up. I wonder if I can change it through the we do have a little tablet. We'll get going here in just a moment, folks. Bring that up. Turn that to that. And I have a... Once we get going towards... Alright. Now it says no flaps. And a 3 to 5. Degree. Go 4 degrees. Stand on the brakes. Oops. All right, there we go. All right, away we go. Well, that's all you can do, Joseph. That's all you can do. Well, I think that's a foregone conclusion there, Addies. They are going to hit you, so you just might as well be prepared for it. Well, there we are. We are on our way. I don't know how to get that reset. Well, maybe that's not affecting it. All right. All right, we are on our way to Lake Almanor. We have about 90-something nautical miles. I am going to take just a quick moment away. I'll be right back. In fact, I will put the outside view on. I'll be right back, folks. All right, I'm back. Let's get a picture of this right here. This looks like a good shot. Oh, that's a pretty cool shot. Ooh. Hold on a second. I gotta... Oh, okay. We're doing that in frames out. Alright. What we'll do is we'll do this thing. Now check out the details on this right here. This is absolutely amazing on the job of flying iron. You got the wear of the paint on the movable surfaces. So there's your tail. So you can see some wear and tear on the plane, you know, where it would normally be. It's like on the edges and whatnot. The paint's a little bit faded. You know, really cool details. So there's your superchargers. Very neat detail. You can see the rivets there on the wings. Little caps for your fuel and whatnot. The edges there, all worn, kind of worn out there. Yeah, they did a really good job here. I think. Now it looks like a mirror of sorts there, but I don't think that's really what it's supposed to be. I could be wrong. And of course you have the markings on the side of how many aircraft. Thank you. Hello, Marcel. You know how many missions, how many planes they shot down during its time in service with that pilot. They always marked whenever there was a confirmed kill or an assist. Like you got half, I think, for an assist, and then a full one if you actually shot. Good morning, Nick. So yeah, really neat detail. After the leak the other... Oh, that sucks, Daniel. Sorry to hear that. Well, I guess you could always just escape to the chip shop for the entire day. So yeah, they did a really good job with this, I think. You know, with the amount of detail on the exterior of the aircraft. Alright, so we have 71 nautical miles to get to Lake Almanor. Spent many summers up there at the lake. When I was a youngster, my grandfather, after he retired, bought a cabin up there, which was, the lake is man-made. I didn't know this. Morning, first time here, just thought I'd say, I was flying this last night and forgot how much fun this plane was to fly. Yes. Well, I've kind of tinkered around with it since I've gotten it, just to kind of get an idea of, you know, the startup is a bit, can be a bit wonky sometimes. But yeah, but I've got the autopilot on, just, you know, we're just kind of cruising along here. So, yeah, so when he retired, he got the cabin, which was for the foreman of the lake. They lived there until my grandfather passed away. Cancer, unfortunately. My grandmother decided to sell the house, sell the cabin. So unfortunately, we weren't able to keep it in the family. I think I can stow the tablet now. Put the yoke back up there. So, yeah. But my folks, they vacation up there at the lake on a regular basis, and so we're going to do a flyover heading there, and then we will head up to carpet removed. It's ruining my peace and quiet. Yeah. Yeah. What is it? See, it's interesting that parents always want peace and quiet when you're a youngster, and then when you want peace and quiet, now that you're older, they're like, no, that's not going to happen. But thank you for stopping by, Dave Dugdale. Appreciate you coming by. We have picked up a few more subs. I think after the stream yesterday, I picked up another one. So we are steadily growing. I have to admit this, having this autopilot does help out quite a bit. I don't think if I had a throttle and yoke, I think I could handle flying this, you know, manually, but not with the controller. Like I've said before, my left thumb would just be all kinds of sore after about 10 or 15 minutes. So it's nice to have this little tablet. We can dial in stuff and all that. Oh, I could go ahead and dial in our All right, so that's going to be our weight or our nav marker for once when we head towards Klamath Regional Airport. No, I don't know. I want to say somebody is working on it, Mick, but I don't know if they are. You know, of course, the PC will get it first. The Xbox folks. There's been more developments, I think, with the WASM issue, with a lot of the aircraft that we're waiting on, that we've been waiting on for some time. I don't know that the short-term fix is going to be something that they can actually make happen before the end of the year. I think there's just too many issues with it. The autopilot is a great help if you're doing these longer legs, but the joystick and pedal, yeah. If I had those, it would be. I think I'd enjoy it much more. But since I'm on the Xbox and I don't have the, my goal is, if I can get a what do you call it? I need a gaming computer. I think realistically I'm going to have to get away from the Xbox side of the sim. Yeah, there's a few people there's a lot of suggestions out there as for what, you know, some of the developers could be working on, but it's kind of like what is realistic, you know, what is a reasonable expectation for some of these bigger planes and whatnot. A lot of people want more than 4 inches. I think there's a limit, if I remember correctly. I read somewhere that the sim can only handle up to 4 engines. Anything more than that would be too much. I don't know if it's like too much to program, or, you know, like it would overload the system. So, but anyway, yeah, I don't see that the sim has a sustainable future on the Xbox, unfortunately. It was a good idea, but I think there's been more problems that they didn't anticipate, and trying to get all that resolved, I think, is going to take at least a year, maybe even longer. So I think if I'm going to continue to do this, I'm going to have to get a PC, get all the peripherals and all that, and I feel like that was something that was supposed to be on. Oh well. Yeah, it's unfortunate because we've been waiting for so long for things, and it's just like not happening anytime soon, and so it's unfortunate. But you know, people have made their displeasures known about the state of things on the console, and I just don't know that there's anything that can be done anytime soon that will alleviate the problem. So I think either people are just going to give up on it and walk away and never come back, or they're going to try to stick around. I'm going to try to stick around until I can get a PC, and then I'm just going to go over to the PC, and because there's just way more stuff we can fly there and enjoy, and yeah, and it's just everything goes to the PC first, and so now the Concorde, which was supposed to be here by the end of the month on the console, apparently has been delayed. So got my first PC and got the year for it. It does help, but the fare, it's good on the Xbox, but you're right. Yeah, it's good. Like I'll enjoy it for what it is in the meantime, but it's just, you know, when I see more and more stuff like the Goose and all these other planes coming in, it's like, man, I'd really like to have all that on here, but because of the WASM issue, that seems to be the encryption and everything, there just doesn't seem to be a reasonable time frame for when they can, you know, like Jorg wanted, he felt that there was a short-term solution to the problem, which would be, it would take them at least a year, they estimate, in order for them to do a proper fix, and he's like, that's not acceptable. Well, I don't think that the short-term fix is even reasonable at this point, unfortunately. So yeah, we're kind of we're stuck right now with what's there and what we can do and can't do and all that. So, but like I said, we're gonna try to fly and enjoy it anyway and have fun in the meantime, and you know, and hopefully we get more stuff. But I'm really happy. You know, I've got plans for these vintage routes with the Junkers 52 and the Fokker F7B. It's all right. You can watch it. You can watch it today, Stealth. That's all right. It's there. You can watch it. I know you can. If you can't be there live, it's fine. You know, it's okay. But you can watch it today. It was a nice flight. We had a good flight there to Islamabad, so it's all good. All right, so we should be getting near. We're gonna have to turn a little bit to the left. We're getting a little bit off track, I think, because of the wind up here. Let's go to 279. Should be about right. So we should be coming over Lake Almanor here pretty soon. Yeah, if you can't be there, it's understandable. It's preferable, but you know, I know time differences and stuff like that. It's fine. You know. Matter of fact, that should be. If I'm looking at the layout of the. It should be Lake Almanor right there, if I remember correctly. Yep, there it is. Should be it. Yep, that's got to be it, because the airport that we were going to fly over is somewhere over right about there, I believe, where the little white dot is. But we're flying over the airport directly, so we're gonna go there, and then we're gonna turn and head towards Crater Lake. My folks are vacationing on the shoreline there, right below the aircraft running left to right. The more just in the foreground here is where they're at right now. So we should be roughly flying right over. I watched it on Twitch after 2 hours of it being. Oh yeah, because we did 2 flights, so it's Yours is the second flight, Stealth. So yeah, you gotta skip through the first one and then you'll get to your flight. But your flight didn't take long to do. Good morning. Hello, Allison. Nice to see you here. Thank you for stopping by. How are you? I see that you and Captain Arish are all set, hopefully for today, for your next leg there in the Amelia Island. Amelia Earhart. I gotta stop thinking about Amelia Island. Every time I think of Amelia, immediately I'm like, Amelia. No, it's Amelia Earhart. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that today. I will pop in for a while and hang out. Hello, Amela. Yeah, nice to see you here. Thank you for stopping by. We are flying over. This is Lake Almanor in Northern California. Mount Lassen is somewhere here in the distance, which is where we're flying from Gao to Fort Lamy now. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, looking forward to that. So this is, I've spent a lot of time here in this area, Lake Almanor. My mom and stepdad have a place up here now for the summer. They stay almost all the way until November. So yeah, I spent many summers up here. There is Mount Lassen is the volcano. I don't think it's active anymore, but I think it's dormant. But this is the local airport here. A lot of the no, not yet, Stealth. We still got a little bit to go. The airport here houses is the base for the firefighter aircraft that drop the fire retardant or the they can scoop up the water and help out with wildfire firefighting. But it's like a little small regional airport here in the area. But it's all the cabin that my grandparents used to live at, the backyard opens up on national forest. And so I spent many summers there. My grandfather would buy deer feed. He didn't hunt, but he would feed the deer and all that. And you would watch the deer come up. You'd have these like huge bucks come up with these big antlers and all that. Sometimes the mama deer would bring their babies and all that. It was just a really kind of a neat place to go for the summer, hang out at the lake, go fishing sometimes. All right, we got to go 366. But we're heading up to Klamath Falls, Crater Lake Regional Airport. Oops. Wait a minute. Couldn't be 366. It must be 3. Hold on a second. I gotta look at that again. Wrong window. Oh. Why did this zoom all the way in there? I think I wrote down the wrong numbers here. I think it's 336. Let's say, why did I put 366? All right, now we're heading the right direction here. So let's see, Mount Lassen is right there, I believe. That's there, yeah. You can drive to the summit. There is a way to get there, except I think during the winter it's too it's too there's too much snow usually. Maybe not right now, but or not anymore. But there used to be that in the winter time, the summit, you couldn't pass it, but you could drive up there, I think, during the summertime. I believe that should be Mount Lassen right over there. I remember years ago, not years ago, way back in the past. Maybe it was last week, I don't remember. But anyway, we'd go up there every once in a while when I was a kid. We'd drive up there, but I know during certain times of the year you can't drive up there. Thank you all for the 11 likes. Thank you all for coming in today. We are on our way to Crater Lake Klamath Falls Regional Airport. We have roughly 107 nautical miles to go to get there. So we will go ahead and put this down. I can't believe I put that 36. I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be possible. 336. Oh, and then we need to swap our frequencies there. And we need to turn on our ident. There we go. It should be LMT that we're hearing. That is a VORTAC. VOR tactical. So we're able to pick this up. You know, like it's a I think it's a former Army Air Corps field up there, or some kind of a former military airfield. So, but the VORTAC still exists for navigational purposes. So, but nice to see everybody here. Really appreciate everybody coming in. It's our debut of the P-38 here on the channel. Really glad that it's worked out for the most part. Actually, it has worked out rather well. But I like these little details, like the paint chipped away here on this edge. You know, this looks all well worn, used. This window here, you know, it's not like a fresh coat of paint. It looked like it just rolled off the factory floor. You know, fresh from back in the 1940s. Looks used. You know, looks amazing. I think flying, or is it flying irons? Yeah, they definitely looked. A VORTAC combines the VOR and TACAN in one location. Civil use, yeah. Exactly. There you go. Thank you, Allison. So yeah, that was the only one that was near our destination there. So I was able to plug that in, that frequency. So that's why we hear that the beeping. Yeah, really nice scenery up here. Always Nice place to go visit. Yeah, that's got to be Mount Lassen right there. I'm almost positive of that. I don't know if that's Shasta over there in the distance. Been to Mount Shasta before too. It's a really neat place to go as well. I think you can get the you could drive. I don't know if you could drive all the way to the summit of Shasta or not. You can definitely go there for a visit, and very scenic area. Yeah, really neat plane. So while we're flying in California, we will be flying the California Cutie during our flights here in California, going from former Army Air Corps field to former Army Air Corps field. So that was how it was called before the Air Force was split off into its own branch of military service here in the United States after the end of World War II. Really neat. They really did a good job with this, I think. I'm sure there'll be some more improvements for the aircraft as time goes on. I'm gonna have another sip of my coffee before it gets any colder. So yeah, if things go according to plan, I hope within either by the end of this year or sometime next year, I will be able to get a PC and start getting together a nice flight sim system. All the bells and whistles, the bits and bobs, whatever you want to call them. Well, there's the button for the tablet right there. Ta-da! I kind of wish they had it as Bravo Alpha Mike Foxtrot. Do you know that they started to? I did not know that, but that's awesome that they are working on that. Yeah, it would be nice if they called it a BAMF. But I guess they couldn't because somebody would be like, I know what that means. You can't say that. Wow, we were talking to Seattle Center, and that's pretty far away. I mean, Seattle is a gajillion miles away, it seems. I'm kidding. It's still quite a distance, but all right, let's see how much farther we got to go. We have 67 nautical miles. Yeah, I think they really did a phenomenal job with this. And I'm looking forward to whatever little improvements they make here going forward. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see what else they come up with here this year. But yeah, it's yeah, I just think that it's better for me to make plans for a gaming computer and get all the yoke, the throttle, and all the switches and all that kind of stuff. It's just yeah, I can't see it. I can't see going yes, I have flown the Spitfire, Dave. Normally what was happening on Saturdays, it would be Spitfire Saturday. And when we first started, of course, it was, you know, trying to figure the aircraft out, flying it, and landing was a bit crazy sometimes and all that. But I think we significantly improved. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people working on a lot of different things, and but it's, you know, they will provide updates once in a while, but yeah, there's a whole world of aviation as far as like World War II aircraft that's out there that I think they've only scratched the surface. Now there's like the Corsairs available for the PC. There's a bunch of different World War II aircraft that are already out there on the PC side. It's just that it's slow. It may come to the Xbox at some point, but with the WASM issue again, it's like, who knows when it will happen. So yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff. You have the medium bombers, you have the heavy bomber like the B-17, you have, you know, the stuff from Great Britain like the Lancaster and all these other things that it would be great to fly all these vintage aircraft and enjoy them, but it's, you know, it's a time-consuming process, I think. Also, what are you going to charge for something like that? You know, because it's a lot of time and effort that you're going to put in. You want to get the dials all right where they're supposed to be. Yeah. What I did for the Spitfires, I wouldn't on landing. I would feather the prop back to about 60% or so. And that seemed to work just fine. It was like a short-term solution to it, to figuring out how to land appropriately. Because other times we would land, and then the aircraft would just want to shoot off the runway as soon as we'd land, because you got that Merlin, that V12 engine, not a Merlin, but it's a V12 engine, and it's got all this torque. So I would feather the prop back a bit, and that seemed to work out. And the same thing for takeoff. I would put it at about 75-80%, adjust the throttle slowly, and then as we gain enough speed, I'd go full throttle, and then we'd climb out, and it would be okay. But yeah, it was a very crazy. Yeah, okay, an Avro Lancaster is in production, according to Allison. Thank you, Allison. So yeah, there's all this history and stuff that would be absolutely phenomenal to see in the sim. But you know, it's time consuming, and also, again, what are you going to charge people for that sort of stuff? You know, so it could be a very expensive endeavor, and expensive for the consumer. But if it's a well-made, very detailed model of the plane that you can fly in the sim, I think people would be like, they'll do it. But yeah, it can be, you know, then it becomes, okay, do you buy this for $60 because you know it's going to be a quality made aircraft, or do you buy two $30 planes that the quality is kind of like, you know, it's flyable and everything, but it's like, you really want things to be more detailed and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, now it becomes, okay, do I save up and I wait, or do I buy other things? And yeah, exactly. So yeah, I had to, it was trial and error. Like, okay, and I think it so happened I watched somebody's video and they showed that, and I was like, I tried it and I was like, man, this works out really well. So yeah, it was just kind of especially for an Xbox Simmer with just the controller, it was like, okay, but then, you're trying to adjust the prop feathering while you're flying, and you're just like, because I don't have anything binded to, because I only have so many buttons. So how do you bind that on the Xbox controller to bring the prop? You can either make it go, fully 100%, or you can bring it back kind of like your throttles. So yeah, we did pretty well with it. I think we kind of got to grips with it. So the P-38 is now the new shiny toy. Even though it's not all shiny, it's kind of beat up, but that's okay. We like it that way. We appreciate its character, and so now we're gonna spend some time with the P-38 until something else comes along that we can spend some time learning and all that. But the Spitfire will return on Thursdays. Thursdays will be Military Aviation Thursdays, so we will have jet aircraft like the F-14, the F-16, MB-339, stuff like that, but also the alright, well, how about this? That's too easy there. Bigums. Went for, yeah. Anyway, we had an unpleasant person just pop into the chat, been dealt with and reported, so for harassment, which was unnecessary. So if you don't like, if you don't like it, you don't have to be there, bigums. So, and if you come back with another channel, I will keep reporting you. I got nothing but time. So if you don't like what you see, you don't have to be here. And I just made that choice for you. You don't even get to have a choice in it. You're not welcome here. What was I going to say? Now I lost my train of thought. Anyways, oh well. That's what happens when you have unpleasant people in your chat who've got nothing better to do than be unpleasant, miserable. Oh well. Anyways, moving right along. I'm not even going to try to reason with people like that. There's just no point. Well, let's see if we can just slowly... Yep. Well, that's because people were enjoying something and having a nice conversation about things, and some people can't handle that. So I guess the name fits their attitude. That's what it is. The name of that person fits their behavior exactly. So, all right, we have 24 nautical miles. Let's have a look at our list and see if we can go ahead and call in our... I'm flying solo right now. Eventually, we will do some multiplayer stuff. Just not at the moment. But yeah, we will do that eventually. Alright, it's not on the list just yet. So we will go ahead and just minimize that for right now. We need to get a little bit closer, I think. Yeah, we will do that eventually at some point. Oh, there we are. Hello, Allison, also here on the... nice to see you here on YouTube as well. Thank you. Oh, I have created a Discord. I think if you click on the link, you should be able to join it for anybody who wants to. It's not... There's not a chat necessarily. It's going to have the schedule for the week. So like after tomorrow's flight, I will update the schedule for the coming week. And then also we'll talk about the history of like the other routes, like the Deutsche, Lufthansa, KLM, Leip, Sabana, like I've started put together all that kind of stuff, different channels within the Discord. So we'll talk a little bit about the history and everything. When we do a route, we'll say we're going from here to here, and this is what, you know, like Leip is the postal service for Spain. They use the Fokker F7B for mail service delivery from different areas in Spain. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So yeah, really looking forward to all that. But if anybody wants to join, I think you should be able to click on the link, and you should be able to go there and join. If not, I can put an invite, I guess, thing in there. I'm still kind of figuring out the whole Discord thing, but that will, you know, and if I can't, if I'm not going to fly that day, like if I have to cancel, I'll put something in the Discord saying the flight's canceled. So all right, let's see where we're at now. 12. All right, now it should be, we should be able to call in and ask for our landing. There it is. All right, nice. All right, there we go. Ooh, wow. Okay, we're gonna have to come back around because we are not exactly in line to do a straight in approach. Go ahead and get to about 6,000 feet, and then we'll cut off the autopilot. Come back around. All right. All right, I have a plan. Actually, we can go ahead and cut off the autopilot system now. That away. Just join your... Oh, okay. Yeah, there won't be any chat because I just don't have the time or anything to do like moderating and stuff like that. So it's just information and stuff like that. So I got to get a little bit better about posting when... posting when I go live and stuff like that. I was a bit resistant to the thing about, you know, getting a Discord going, but then I thought it's just really it's a good idea to have one, at least with just the information for right now. There'll be a couple other channels I think I'll add, like I'll have a military or a aviation themed I'll put links in. Vengeful, yes. Morning, Vengeful Squid. Nice to see you here. Yeah, she's a beautiful plane, definitely. So we'll put some links in for that. I'll put some links in for a couple channels that I follow that for like motorsports related stuff, like Goodwood, and a couple other channels that I follow that it's mainly more like historic stuff. And also like when some teams go testing, not necessarily Formula One, but sports car racing. One of the channels I follow, he goes to Monza a lot, so you get to see some stuff testing there, some historic stuff as well. Come over the mountain here and then we'll come back around. Did you enjoy your fish and chips there, Daniel? I'm good friends with Charlie Williams. Oh, nice. Yes, Amila. What is your question? Like, if you're going to ask what I had for dinner, I had a chicken and cheese sandwich. Provolone cheese on a onion bagel, not toasted. Because I know that's what you were going to ask me, Amela. Still working my way through it. Plenty of chips this week. Ah, they settled you with the extra chips, huh, Daniel? I'm guessing your favorite shop person was working today. Yeah, I just got the like it's like this sliced turkey breast, and then put some provolone cheese on an onion bagel. Well, yours is at the shop there, Joseph. Tell you what, Joseph, if I ever win the lottery, I will send you a turkey or chicken breast sandwich. Oh, the other one. Well, you know, you're a valued customer, Daniel, so of course they're going to give you extra chips. Not that you asked for them. Yeah, that's true too. All right, there's our runway. Yeah, we were a little too far into our trip here to be able to try to get that to land that quickly, so that's okay. We came up with a plan of sorts to. You have mayo on your chips. Price has gone up again. Ah, yeah. Sucks when that happens. Mayo on your chips. See, what you need to do is like they do in the mayo on fry. Well, see, if you have like mayo and ketchup, which is the basis for the secret sauce on McDonald's, but that's how in Germany they eat fries with mayo and ketchup together. Chips with curry sauce. That sounds good. See, Allison, just like in your chat on Twitch, everybody starts to talk about food at some point. Our friend Daniel here, every Saturday, that's his thing. He goes to the chip shop near where he lives to get fish and chips. Sundays is usually a roast of some kind, or sometimes it's chicken, but that's only if his parents are in the area. Daniel's also a chocolate connoisseur. He loves his chocolate, much to the dismay of other people in the chat sometimes. He's a big fan of Terry chocolate oranges. Fish and chips and curry sauce. Yes. Hey, ooh, see, I'm looking at the chat and I'm losing altitude. I don't want to crash this. There we are. Hey, we didn't crash it the first time. I like it. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, we'd like to welcome you to Crater Lake Klamath Regional Airport. Local time is nearly 5, nearly 5 a.m. We know and appreciate the fact that you have many options when it comes to your Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream viewing pleasures, and we are glad that you chose to fly with us on our debut flight in the P-38 Lightning today. I was gonna say, what does Daniel ever have a nice landing? I'm doing fine launching missiles. Okay, you keep coming up with these different names. Nice to see you here. Do join us tomorrow. We will be in the Pilatus PC-6 as we fly. Parking, please, and thank you. Ron. There's my weekend name. We will be back tomorrow. Our first stream will be on Isle of Wight, Train Sim World 2, and then we will be in the Pilatus PC-6 going along the Sangre de Cristo Mountains in New Mexico, taking off from Santa Fe to Taos. He has a nice landing of his... oh, Lord. Oh, Mella. That sounds like something Joseph would say, except for the processed food part. So yeah, we have 2 streams tomorrow. We'll do a quick trip on the Isle of Wight, and then we will do our flight along the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, New Mexico. Why is this? I don't know what you're talking about there. Anyway, so we will be back tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern, 11:30 UK, Isle of Wight. Should be a nice little... we'll do a quick trip to the pier, and then we will go flying about half an hour after we conclude the run on the Isle of Wight in the old 38 stock, which has been retired since a little over 2 years ago now. Oh, I forgot we can open up the well, that's the 5-pound question, isn't it? Launching missiles. That is a question that I don't know that there ever will be an answer to, because you can come up with a million different answers, and they could all be correct and they could all be wrong. So. Somebody could even ask the question, why is the world such a wonderful place? Some people may feel that it is. All right, here we are. All right, there it is. Let's pop back outside here and get a picture for prosperity. Ooh, I kind of like that one right there. That's a nice shot right there, I think, all on its own. All right, take care, Allison. Thank you for stopping by. Nice to see you. I will catch you and Captain Arish later in your continuing journey of Amelia Earhart. Not Amelia Island, Amelia Earhart. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back inside here and get ready to wrap this up. I do greatly appreciate everybody coming by and hanging out today. So, where is my battery switch? It's right. We could turn the pitot off. All right, there we go. Oh, I know what else I got to do. It's the got to open these back up. And then we also need to turn those off. And what else am I forgetting? Why is it not turning off? Okay. All right, well, I guess we'll just go ahead and all right, take care, Dave. I think well, I don't know what to tell you there, launching missiles. So anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I will see you all. All right. And I will catch you all later. It's just because someone drilled into a deaf person. Well, again, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I will see you all tomorrow morning, Isle of Wight first thing, and then we will go flying on a nice, relaxing flight along the Sangre de Cristo Mountains in New Mexico. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, early Sunday, depending on where you are in the world. Until then, peace, live long, and prosper.